SMRAT race. We have a rat tournament, rat bracket race between Kuru and Sapphron today. I will be your commentator, Yuzaria, with tracking done by Sailor Jade and Redemption being your restreamer slash moderator. Now this is apparently match 3 between these two runners. So whoever wins this race will be moving on within the rat bracket. The rare bracket is the higher tier for the SMRAT tournament for this year. So we can expect some skill play from both of our runners here. Alright, we're starting off. Okay, it looks like Kuru does not have Windfall on, and does not look like Saffron does either. Oh, correction. Kuru does have Moonfall, so he's able to utilize that to quickly fall down the climb. Takes a slight lead towards Saffron, but this is still going to be it's still early enough to be a very volatile race here. And as our runners pick up the morph ball at the vanilla location here. Alright, and the first randomized item is Power Bombs over in the first missile location. So that definitely opens up Billy Mays and the meme round. And our first the ceiling item is just Super Missiles. Both runners are in sync, picking it up at the exact same time. Oh, and we find Grapple Beam off to the side. So that's going to open up the wreck ship and give us an option for a quick Dragon kill. Saffron's the first to make it up to the Billy, the top, and is now about to entering the Billy Mays room. And we find Varia! And an E-Tank. So, very early suit for our runners today. So that's going to make all things a lot easier for both our runners. On the other hand, in terms of item predictions, we do know that Varia suit is not in logic. So we can expect that the item placement is going to have either space jump or gravity suit to give us logical access to that Varia. basically means that we can expect to find either gravity or space jump that's not in Norfair. Unless I'll be on outside of the high jump boots location. Sapphron checking beneath our orbital brain. We find an energy tank, which is always welcome in this early on. Looks like Kuru is out of power bomb, so he's on. What's the pronoun for Kuru? So it looks like both runners had to skip one of the locations in Lurcho Brand due to the limited power bomb supply. Neither runner has any power bombs available to check 230 missiles. Alright, both runners heading off to check. Oh, okay, so we don't have a pronoun for Kuru. Okay. Alright, Bomb Chorizo only has a missile pack. No Bomb Chorizo fight for us today. Okay, so we see Sapphron going for a direct ship to restock on the power bombs, as is Kuru. Now, it's only 5 power bombs. I imagine both runners is just going to go ahead and head towards the Terminator room, as they don't have enough bombs to go through Gauntlet. Okay, Saffron's going to go. Okay, both runners are checking 230 missiles. It's a little bit slightly out of the way for a single item, but you never want to find out that this one easy check is a very important item. Turns out it's another power bomb pack, so not important, but definitely. But more power bombs this early is definitely going to be much more helpful. We don't want to run out of power bombs and find ourselves soft lock. That'd be unpleasant. Okay, we've seen some route diversions here. Kuru headed towards Terminator. Saffron's headed back towards the ship. I'm predict. Oh, Saffron's going for the Gauntlet. It needs, I believe that requires 8 power bombs, if I remember correctly. And with Varia and 2 energy tanks, it would be a lot less dangerous than if you were just going naked, so to speak. And Charge Beam over and Gauntlet. Finding a Charge Beam this early on is going to be a big advantage for Sapphron here, since it's going to mean that he will not have to excessively collect ammo. He'll probably just need just like 30 super missiles for Ridley. Admittedly, it does depend on what kind of beams he gets. If he doesn't get enough beams to make it if he doesn't find any beams, that charge beam is kind of redundant. It doesn't. I mean, it still helps, but you still need to pick, as Simo Rocks points out, you still need to pick up a lot of minor items. Because who wants a Mother Brain fight where you have to shoot her like 80 times or whatever? That's correct. Varia was in Billy Mays. True, 80 wouldn't be too bad. What's the higher end? Like 300, I think? If you have no other beams with charge. Alright, Kuro's in the early supers room. Grabbing power bombs. Didn't see what the other items were. Oh, we have a Billy Mays emote. I did not know that. That's amusing. Alright, Kuro's checking on the way their way to check Eddykins while Sapphron has just entered Green Brinstar. Alright, first two Eddykins items is just minor. It's just missiles and super missiles. Looks like a... Is it Toasty? Okay, seeing Saffron go through it, we now realize early supers just had more ammo. Looks like that was the case for Eddykins, just more ammo. Okay, Crew's trying to get this short hop mock ball. And gets it out of it, successfully gets it after a few tries. Definitely, it's one of a it's a trick that's takes some practice. Kuru's doing some cleave movement into Pink Brinstar as Saffron cleans up Eddykins. Just a missile pack outside Mission Impossible. And space jump in Mission Impossible. So that puts our Varia suit into logic. So we can now potentially expect gravity. So now that opens up where a gravity suit could be. Alright. Saffron's now entering Pink Brinstar, while Crew is still looking to sneak into Spore Spawn's loot item. And the Spore Spawn was just hiding a missile pack that Kuru nopes out on. We'll see what the Wave Gate item has in a moment here. Alright, Saffron neatly checks, gets into the Mission Impossible and is grabbing his space jump. Alright, Crew is trying to set up that Wave Gate glitch. Slightly more complex when you don't have high jump boots, but he does get it pretty quickly. Let's see what we got here. Just a missile pack. But Sapphron finds a screw attack just outside charge beam. That's going to be really handy this early in the game. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people think that the high jump, the wave gate glitch is easier without high jumps. I think it's mostly just because that's what most people end up practicing, and so you get used to the more to the slightly more complex movement and the slightly different timing. So it's just a matter of what I think. So personally speaking, I think it's just a matter of what gets more practice. But then, of course, there's also a matter of what everyone's personal timing is. That's probably a good way to put it, Super Lewis. It's the setup is easier with side jump boots because you don't have to like jump into the door and then jump out of the door at the right pixel. Alright, so crew has arrived at the red tower. And looks like with that space jump and screw attack, they're going to go ahead and check X-ray. And then we see Sapphron entering Green Hills. We'll see if there's some major some route divergence here soon. Green Hills just has the missile pack. X-ray had an E-tank. Kuru almost decided not to no, and then said yes. I would definitely go for it with only 3 E-tanks. I mean 2 E-tanks, because that's not enough to complete the game. Alright, let's see which way Sapphron heads in the red tower. Okay, so Saffron's heading up towards red tower. Ooh, nice movement. Is able to shoot the space jump up, shoot the block, and then land on the top of that red tower and headed towards the alpha and beta power bombs. And does some nice clean damage boost across. I think it's Hellway. That room's called. And then Alpha Power Bombs is a E-tank, while Crew is checking Spazer, which is just a missile pack. Saffron picks up another reserve tank, or trash can, depending on how you want to refer to it. Okay, looks like Crew's gonna head towards Craig. Oh, and when Beta Power Bombs has another E-tank. So with 5 energy tanks and 2 reserves, that should be a decent amount of energy for Saffron. Alright, Kuro picks up another missile pack on the way into Craig. That puts him at 40 regular missiles. So, unless this seed is very picky with supers, that should be plenty of missiles. And it looks like Saffron is not going to gamble on the wrecked ship, as after Beta and Power Bombs, they went back down a red tower and now checking X-ray location, which was just a E-tank, as I recall. We'll see if they feel they need that more energy or not. Crew setting up for a great quick kill. Okay, so Saffron does pick up that energy tank, so that puts him at 6. Ooh, Crew successfully gets that great kick kill. Almost looks like they didn't quite get it, but they were able to get that last super missile in. So kudos for them. And Craig was just hiding another E-tank, so we're getting a lot of energy tanks this early on. Might be suggesting a early Phantoon seed if we're getting this many energy tanks. Because with Vari on this many energy tanks, along with Screw Attack, that definitely puts Phantoon into logic. Of course, we also have all of Upper Norfair as well to check. Although we don't have Croc. Croc is not in logic yet. And then Great E-Tank just had another super missile. So that puts kuru at 30 ammo, 30 super missile ammo, which will be just enough for super Ridley, but not enough for Mother Brain. We haven't found any beams yet, so that charge is still won't be paying for itself yet. Logic is just suggestions, and hence towards where the next items are. And we find our third reserve tanks in high jump boots location. Although that's just the first. And wave beam for kuru at the high jump boots location. So that yeah, that does. As someone pointed out, that does opens up Croc with that wave beam. Ooh, and we got 2 for 2 on Crate Quick Kills. Croc Escape only had a super missile. Let's see. A charge for wave beam will only do 150 damage. Well, let's see. Crew checking the ice beam area. First item was just the E-tank. Not gonna risk. Not gonna bother with getting it. So charge was at front of Gauntlet. Wave beam was at high jump boots location. Ice beam just has a missile pack. Okay, so that a wave beam might actually be enough to just a wave beam might be enough to make John Charge Beam worthwhile. If it does 150 damage. Plus we do it also means that we can do X Factors. And wave X Factors is the most useful if I'm not mistaken, as I recall. Okay, so crew is going to check all of Upper Norfair. Finds a missile pack and a cathedral. Looks like Sapphron decided to skip that third reserve tank and that energy tank. Or they did pick it up because they now have 7 E-tanks. Then again, they might have picked that. They pick up the crate E-tank. Saffron is also checking Ice Beam. While crew was over in Balbo Mountain headed towards the Norfair Reserve Tank location. So this actually puts crew in a slight lead, having not checking Alpha and Beta power bombs. Or Gauntlet. But the main event so far, so definitely in terms of checks, crew is slightly so while it does look like crew is slightly in the slight lead, Saffron has done more checks. Alright, we see Kuro down checking speed booster. We'll have 2 more item checks at the end of this. Alright, we find another E-tank outside the speed booster room. And it's a super missile pack. That would be something that Kuro gladly takes in. Now let's see what if Sapphron. Now I'm wondering if Sapphron will still keep picking up super missiles. Because while Sapphron does have charged wave beam, he might want to gamble that's enough. I mean, that 35 super missiles is enough for him to complete the game. But it's kind of like, but he has a guy will be making a gamble. Is he gonna have to finish the game with a charged wave, or will he find more beams to do it? Yeah, but as Chant points out, Saffron is going to bet on Croc. And I can kind of see, I think you're probably right there, Giarbao, that Kuro probably needs to take some risks if he wants to keep the lead. And we do pick up regular bombs outside wave beam location. I guess that's like a disco dance. Okay, so Saffron picks up that another power bomb, so that gives him 29 power bombs. Under normal circumstances, that's a lot. I'm wondering if he is thinking he needs all those. He wants all those power bombs. If he's thinking he might do a lot of X factors, for like that many power bombs. On the other hand, Nevdi, Kuru did find bombs, so depending on how good they are with the Crystal Flash Clip, Kuru could do a Crystal Flash Clip to gain access to Dragon. And we have a power bombs and a vanilla power bombs at the Croc power bombs location. We have high jump boots. Not strictly progression, but definitely a nice quality of life change for our runners here. And Grapple Beam just had a super missile pack. I mean, that space jump and screw attack does mean lower warfare it's going to be a lot easier to navigate. And then the energy has been relatively plentiful. So I can definitely see a lower warfare play, and plus it will be the more optimal routing. Seeing that we didn't find gravity, and we can pretty much. Oh, Sapphron is not going towards Lord Norfair, or is he still having to check on Bubble Mountain? Okay, Saffron still needs to check Bubble Mountain. So at this point, I will bet that Gravity Suit's probably in the wreck ship. Which, but in terms of, but at this point, other than I don't think, probably the best routing they could do is go Lord Norfair, do Dragon with the Crystal Flash clip, and then do wreck ship. All right, Saffron has picked up their bombs. All right. Let's see what our runners do if they decide to go for Lord Norfair or they really want that. Oh, excuse me. They really want that gravity suit. Okay, so Saffron still needs to check speed booster location. However, Kuru is checking, is headed towards Lower Norfair. All right, Kuru doing a lava dive. Ooh. Ooh, and Kuru gets it in first try. Nice movement there. Takes the safety save at the Lower Norfair entrance. Saffron just finished up the speed booster location, is now farming up. Probably needs the ammo. Was that safety save? I wonder if Kuro will do a peek at the Gold Chorizo and screw attack locations. Okay. So crew not bothering with Sanko Chorizo. Looks like crew is not going to bother with the checks in Norfair. All right, Saffron's doing their lava dive. Oh, and they get it in the first try as well. Very nice. And they don't take the safety save. All right, we checked the PB of Shames. It's just a missile of shame. Crew is outside Ridley's door. Does not feel the need to farm up, so they're going to go ahead and start this fight. They came in with 30 super missiles, so they should have enough. And if not, they always have 60 supers. I mean, 60 regular missiles. Oof. Okay, there we go. Kuru has finished off Ridley with all 30 supers. They're checking Ridley item, and it's just a missile pack. And we have Sapphron right outside. Okay, so runners are high-fiving each other as Crew leaves Ridley, and Sapphron is now... Or I guess you can say they're tag teaming Ridley now. Oh no! Oh no! Kuru! Kuru! Oh no! Kuru actually fell into the lava pit in the wastelands and got stuck for a moment. So now he's very... So Kuru is now quite low on health, only 9 energy. They do have 1 energy tank. Unfortunately, they ran into spikes, and so now they're down to 85 energy and no reserve. But they still need to get past the 3 key hunters. Although they do have screw attack to try to make that safe. They don't have enough supers to do a crystal flash though, so Kuru has to make best use of their E-tank at Fireflies. So Kuru has got a nice a safety refill from that E-tank there. All right, Kuru is going to check the jail. And it's just a reserve tank. I believe that's the 4th reserve tank. We found all 4 reserve tanks now. And Kuru picks up another E-tank. Alright, Saffron going to pick up that same energy tank as well. Another super missile. You need that ammo, Kuru. Kuru is picking up a super missile on the final item check outside on the way out of Lower Norfair. Alright, Crew has successfully made their way out of Lower Norfair. Saffron's just a couple of rooms just behind them. About wave. Yeah, there wasn't really useful in Lord Narfir, unfortunately. Unless there might have been something like Go Teresa, but who checks Go Teresa? And when it's rare for Go Teresa to actually have anything of value, from what I've seen so far. Okay, looks like crew is going to go for the top of Red Tower. They'll probably end up having to declare a wreck ship. So they go and hunt down the gravity suit. Let's see what Saffron does. Alright, Saffron just goes ahead and blows up the glass too, but then heads as just as a time saver on their way towards back to the Red Tower. So we can expect both runners to go ahead for Rick's ship to try to find that gravity suit. Although RKC has a point that the landing site could have the gravity suit, since we do have can fly and power pumps. So crew having to do the alpha and beta checks that Sapphron already did. Although they'll be able to do it a little bit quicker, but Saffron's just able to move on through. That's gonna So that gives Saffron some time to take the lead. Alright, check the boat item. Looks like they're gonna check the landing site item. Let's see what the crew does. They have not checked Gauntlet either, so that could put the crew further behind. Alright, landing site PBs. What do we got here? Saffron's entering the room. And it's just a super missile pack. While Kuru is decided to cross the moat and is now headed towards the wrecked ship. Checking the maze item. I cannot see it. Oh, so we have Grav at the. I can never see it from that angle. But it looks like we do have gravity suit, according to chat, at the ocean maze. And it was crew already hit an end wrecked ship. That puts crew back in the lead, and they're already skipping. And I think they're already dead set on it, having skipped the spooky missile items. Okay, we do see Saffron checking the spooky missiles, and it's just a vanilla missile. So that gave some crew some bit of more lead time for skipping it. Okay, we have a double Fantoon on screen here. A double Fantoon party. Crew is having to rely mostly on the missile Doppler straps, it looks like. We'll see if Saffron does an X-wave factor. Alright, crew, we just finished off Fantoon. Looks like no X factor. That's it. That's definitely a good point. Yeah, we definitely see one of the. I think that's what definitely has. One of the ways that the charge beam has paid off for Saffron, because they needed a lot less. They bothered to pick up far less ammo than Kuru. Kuru has 65 missiles and 50 supers, whereas Saffron only has 20 missiles and 40 supers. And all that, every ammo pickup is like 7 seconds, so that really adds up. Kuru also picks up Spring Ball over in the left side supers. I'm not sure if it will come into play. We'll see what happens. Probably won't. I don't think it will come much into play. All right, crew checking the sky missile because why not? Finds another super missile pack. All right, crew has picked up their gravity suit from the ocean maze. Crew picks up the ocean super missiles. Crew, I believe, has just barely enough ammo, but they'll probably have to do like a missile refill, I imagine. Unless unless like ice beam shows up, I guess. Oh, it needs another missile. It needs another ammo pack. Okay. So at this point, both runners are in go mode, but crew is still in ammo mode while Saffron can keep moving thanks to that charge beam. Ooh, Saffron's taking a moment to farm up a little bit in the Hellway. Alright, crew has broken the glass tube and has entered Meridia. And what is Saffron doing? Are they doing a crystal flash? Are they... Okay, so yeah. Jack, chat realized it quicker than I did, but looks like Saffron took some time in the X-ray room to lower his energy to prepare for the crystal flash clip. Kuru having to do a safety save over in Aqueducts. Unfortunately, they still have a lot of energy, so they will have to slowly let these mock droids lower their energy down. Alright, both runners are in sync in the room before bot 1. Sapphron gets their crystal flash clip on their first try. Okay, so Sectrite crew having to take a few tries here. Okay, so crew has successfully got it. So Saffron's crystal fresh prepped, and that first try puts him into the lead of this race. Alright. Crew just finally finishes off bot 1. Was getting trolled for a while there. As the... Alright. Saffron... Okay, crew remembers they have spring balls. They make it through this maze in the room after bot 1. I mentioned that crew will check the Dragon item in Precious. But for now, neither runner really needs to worry about ammo, for since they have Grapple Beam for a quick Dragon kill. Let's see, Precious has another missile pack. Alright, Saffron preparing for a quick Dragon kill, gets it. So we have one fried shrimp for Saffron. Runners are high-fiving each other as crew enters Dragons later, while Saffron's like, let me out. Saffron taking a few falls, but quickly using that grapple beam to quickly make their way out of taking a few falls in the Coliseum. But alright, crew 6 gets their grapple kill on Dragon. Alright, crew is checking the Dragon item. And it's just another missile pack. So that puts crew at 80 missiles and 60 supers. Whereas Saffron has 25 missiles, 45 supers. But then Saffron has Charge Beam from Gauntlet, Charge Wave Beam from Gauntlet. I can I believe X Factor can be used on Mudderbrain too. Alright, Saffron's re-entering Kateria. Okay, so X Factors on Mudderbrain are not viable. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, Naivety. So crew has just enough ammo with no refills if they don't miss at all. So the question is, oh, is crew? Crew was taking a moment to check aqueduct items. Sapphron has returned to the Terminator room. And crew has re-entered the cafeteria, so crew does have some ground. Gauntlet had the supers on a reserve tank in the back, as I recall. At this point, it does feel like this is going to be Saffron's game to lose at this point, as they just cleared the first Metroid room and now working on the second. We trusted you, RK. So crew is now in the first Metroid room, while Saffron has a family reunion. So yeah, since we can't, I don't believe anybody would skip is viable here, so might as well just get your health down. Alright, Saffron has entered into the Mother Brain room, Super Ring missile, pumping those zip tights full of super missiles. While Kuru's preparing for their family reunion. Alright, so Saffron appears to be electing to just go charge wave beam strats. And it looks like Kuru, knowing he's going to have to do a refill anyways, is not doing the energy refill right away. He's just going to go ahead and just missile up some of these doors there to use up some of these ammos. And since you has that they have that reserve tank, they're not super close. They don't have to worry about taking a hit like they just did. Now might be a good time for that refill, Guru. You want to go ahead and open up that last door? Okay, Kuru has opened up that last door. Ooh, that lava dip was painful. Alright. Kuru is making their way back to the refill at 49 energy left. Kuru just full of these really close moments. Well, it looks like Sapphron has now finished off Mother Brain 2, has got their energy down to 3 energy tanks. Alright, Crew is now started on Mother Brain 2. They're pumping her full of regular missiles and super missiles. Unfortunately, Saffron just obtained the hyper beam from the baby's sacrifice. But we do have a double Mother Brain party here. Alright, Kuru now taking the hyper beam from Mother Brain to the face, while Saffron gets ready to make their escape. Since we don't have the speed booster, both runners will have to take the long way around for the escape, and we'll have to do the climb manually. Alright, Kuru has got their Piper Beam now, while Saffron is running towards their ship and have finished their race. They have won this round, will be advancing in the in this bracket tournament of SMRAT. And let's see, they got an official time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 29 seconds.
Yo.
And I'm already joined by Saffron. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. That was, okay, first thing I have to ask, did Kuru go up or down?
Kuru initially went down.
Okay, I was worried about that. Oh, man.
Overall, I would say that it was kind of a close race. One of the things that helped keep you up with Kuru was the fact that you found that early charge beam.
Yeah, okay.
So you were able to skip out on a lot of ammo pickups.
Mm-hmm. Which would have been probably like a minute of just solid fanfare, so that definitely helped.
Yeah, but for the most part, otherwise, other than your early alpha and beta power bombs check, the main thing that actually puts you into the lead that kind of decided the race was the Crystal Flash clip.
I was so happy when I got that.
Because not only did you get it on your first try, whereas Crew I think took like 4 or 5 tries.
Mm-hmm.
You had the big brain move of prepping your health in the X-ray room.
Yeah, that was something I thought of. Like, obviously, as you're going there, you're like, okay, I have 9 tanks. What the heck do I do? So I had to think of something fast, and I figured the best location for that would be there because, well, I'm taking 60 damage. I get 30 iframes, so it should take like what 20 seconds to drain my health, and it worked.
Oh, so Nevi has a different opinion? Looks like Nevi from chat has a different idea what made the difference.
I would like
Crew
to
is
hear it.
going off to save the animals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a good point from chat that the Crystal Flash was the final lead change at the very least.
Oh, was he ahead of me at that point?
Before the Crystal Flash, Crew was ahead of you.
Whoa.
He didn't
That's
check
real close.
Part of it was that he didn't check the landing site.
Ah, okay. And there it is.
So what does chat think was the big difference? Let's see what. Since we definitely have some more skilled runners than I here. Let's see. Yeah, you were about sync for the Crystal Flash attempts. No, I would definitely say charge is what helped you keep close in neck.
Hmm. The reason I decided to do that is that that power bomb pickup at 230. If I hadn't found that, I would not have gone for it, and it worked.
Oh yeah, and Crew needed going back for refill on the missiles.
Ah, okay.
How's it going?
Yeah, I would say
Yo.
that makes sense. That execution was
GG.
one of those. Okay, so Navi thinks it was ultimately comes down to execution. This is the movement, and we're joined by Kuro now. So good game.
Thank you.
So what's so Kuro? How did you feel about this seed and your performance here?
I think the seed was. There's nothing wrong with the seed other than the fact that if you go up, I think it's a big advantage because you get gravity, and if you go down, it's a big disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what happened to both of us. I saw the E-tanks and I was like, it's pushing for wreck ship, but Varya's in logic with that space jump, so I figured I'd go down.
I figured there's a chance you might go up because I think in another seed we both went up. I'm like, you have better execution. I have to do what you're not going to do, and we had grapple so early. I'm like, oh, maybe you'll think wreck ship, so then I should go down. And then I went down and I fought Croc, and no.
Yeah, I cleared all of Upper Norfair, a decent amount of Lower Norfair, etc., etc.
Turns out that you actually had pretty much the same, other than a few side detours by Sapphron. You actually had a pretty similar routing.
Wow.
The main detours that Sapphron took was Gauntlet, where he found Charge Beam.
Yeah, I knew I could skip Gauntlet because I knew on a previous seed Saffron went for Gauntlet. I just need a little bit of a time save. And if Gauntlet was garbage, then good for me. Otherwise, I'll probably lose anyways.
Yeah, that early charge did definitely helped out Saffron. The other major
Yeah, hammer
difference
was garbage.
is that Saffron checked alpha and beta power bombs before heading down Red Tower.
I wish I had done that because, like, if that was something mildly useful, then it would have sped up a lot of the other stuff. It wasn't great either, so it was more E-tanks.
I picked that up from Amadeus because I saw him do it in a race, and he got gravity at the alpha power bomb. So I was thinking someday it'll pay off. Someday.
I feel like if I'm the favorite, I could do that because I could eat the time loss from going up Red Tower. But against you, I can't afford that, so I have to go down.
Speed booster was that screw attack,
I should have gone there. Actually,
and then ice beam was at the missile yellow Meridia false wall. So on the way to
Yeah, beach. I thought about going to beach because I needed more ammo.
plasma beam was a reserve tank wreck ship.
Yeah, that's never happening. No one's gonna go to GT to get speed and then go up our ship.
Alright, well, I don't have much more to say. That's pretty much it for me.
Well, congratulations. Yeah. Well, congratulations. Good game to both of runners. Congratulations to Saffron on their victory. And I would go ahead and I do encourage all of chat to go ahead and give both runners a look-see. Maybe I'll follow. I have been your commentator, Yuzaria. I was Sailor Jade as your tracker, and Redemption as both your restreamer and moderator. We won't be doing a raid as Redemption notes, so we'll be getting ready for another match in 15-20 minutes. So until then, we'll see you next mission.